Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 91 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes. Stretched. Dreamed. Going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. To throw again on second down. Locke. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, on the job.
Down, 50, plant, check. So don't say nothing. And ready.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Lock to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Lock now on first down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Block off of play action. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And now here comes Kansas City. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. Today,
Break. 56. Check 56. Yeah. Check 99. Check 99. Go.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock, and that's off the mark, incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it. Back up.
Ready to break. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
30 base. 56. Check 56. He can't hang.
On play action, Lock. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4...
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Stay with your man.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsay. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fight.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing now is Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton, and that will be incomplete. I know he wants to get...
Set. 60 outlaw.
Now. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's got room. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his 4th time.
Down. 60 or.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Go.
On 1st down, Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
We go. 50 plant.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They look to throw. It's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack block.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
56, right there, 56.
Me and you all day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. That'll be complete to Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Here we go.
Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. He can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Block now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Go now. 30 base.
So we've reached the intermission. You want the third quarter?
On the set. 53 is the mic. We ain't giving up nothing today. Snap.
Block now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, a run with Breida. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check 31, check 31.
This is Breida. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll try and run. Freeman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So instead of
Let's go, folks.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
56. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Check.
Snap.
this quick pass complete to Sutton. That one good for 37 yards.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here we go, set, 8, read.
I don't think you got it, sir. Jim.
Ready?
Now it's Breida. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Locke gonna throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Here we go, 30 base.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot.
Down, 60 Pittsburgh.
56. All day. Check.
On first and 10, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Get that ball.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Lock working out of the gun. This is the tight end fan. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Let's go.
Now Lock again. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it...
Exactly right.
Ready. 18 Gator.
56. Let's go, P. Gonna be a long day on offense.
Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Lock. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue.
The pressure gets to him again. It was Braylon Speaks getting home to the cornerback that time.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Lock to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Lock to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Be careful.
Lock now on 1st down. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Let's go, baby.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
56. Silver.
On 1st and 10, Lock. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. But Charles, it's one.